talk about the northeastern state of Assam, it has witnessed a massive development project taking place and taking shape in many of its region. It has seen a massive influx of fund from the central government, and apart from that also we have to understand that despite this, when the recent visit was done here by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, we have seen again the age-old debate returning back to the center stage, and that debate is about illegal infiltration in Assam, especially from the borders of Bangladesh or across the border of Bangladesh. So is it a real threat, and to what extent it presents a threat to the Assamese identity, to the Assamese culture and overall Assam's demography? What is the reality of infiltration in Assam? Let us try to decode in this particular video. So first of all, to give you a background of this particular topic, recently the Prime Minister Narendra Modi has made a visit in the Mangladoi region, that is lying in the Darang region of Assam. As such, it is during this visit he has decided and basically has promised rupees 18,513 crore as a project value for the Assam as such. In this also, he has laid a foundation stone for the Darang Medical College and Hospital in Guwahati, Ring Road in the Kurwa Narangi Bridge in the Brahmaputra as such. But apart from this, the major debate around which he has largely made his point and talked about is the debate of infiltration. This also is being seen as a political plank which has used to overall ensure that BJP is able to win the elections in the Assam, both in the Lok Sabha as well as we can say Vidhan Sabha. Now, rhetoric of the Prime Minister was largely around infiltrators and how they are anti-national in nature, and they present a threat not only to the demography culture of Assam but also to the national security and interest of India as well. He has given a reference to the illegal migration that we have seen, and this is not something that is a recent phenomena. We have seen this taking place since the independence of India, we can say, and especially this picked up since March 1971 when the West Pakistan began to oppress the people of East Pakistan. There was political persecution and all that. So Prime Minister in this particular rally, while addressing the people of Assam, has accused that opposition, largely targeting the Congress parties, that opposition such as Congress party, they have shown a degree of sympathy toward this illegal infiltration, and rather than identifying them and deporting them back, the Congress party has focused on protecting these infiltrators for the narrow interest of vote again as such. However, by doing so, he also has alleged that Congress party has overall threatened the security framework of India. It has led to the demographic change and the risk associated with this in the state of Assam, and thus it has created a big problem in law and order, as well as it has failed in protecting the identity of the Assamese people and such. And also at the same time, he has made a point that under the leadership of Himanta Biswa Sarma, who is the current Chief Minister of Assam from the Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP has led eviction drives in the Darang region also, where he was addressing the mass public as such, and he has claimed that under his leadership, lakhs of bighas of land has been freed from illegal encroachment, which was encroached by the illegal infiltrations from coming across the border as such. Also, he has said that government has targeted alleged illegal occupants on the farmlands, Adivasi land and the places of worship, and by using the mass support, local mobilization, anti-infiltration movement was launched. Earlier such movement was also launched, but this movement largely failed because he has said that Congress party did not take into account the grievances of public as such, and basically was blind or deaf to the demand and concerns of local Assamese population. However, during the BJP time, administrative actions have been taken, land verifications is going on, and based on the inability of any person to identify themselves or to claim that if they have been original inhabitant of the region, if they cannot prove so, they are being removed continuously. So to what extent it is true, we will try to decipher that, but first I want to bring your attention to the fact that at Legacy IAS Academy, we are going to soon commence our batches, both regular batch for the weekday students and weekend students on the 22nd of September, 22nd of September and 16th of October. For weekend, we have batches on 4th and 25th of October. If we talk about the program features, we ensure comprehensive coverage of all GS paper, one-to-one mentorship and doubt solving sessions, and also we ensure there is a regular interaction with the educators. We also believe that you need to be aware about your strengths and weaknesses. That is why we also have test series related to both phases, that is prelims and mains of the examination. We also ensure the 360-degree coverage of current affairs, and there are many more features as well. If you want to know more detail about this program, you can give a click. You can click the link in the description box of this particular video. You can download our app, that is Legacy IAS app, or you can give a call to the number being displayed here as well. Now, coming back to this particular topic, there has been a kind of political accusations that Prime Minister has made toward the earlier administrations in government. He has said that the Congress party they have acted as a protectors of illegal migrant rather than removing them from the nation or the state as such. However, he has made that as long as BJP is in power in the state of Assam, he can make a promise that there will be sustained drive to evict illegal encroachers, illegal migrants. There is a policy of zero tolerance that is being followed by BJP, and this is something that has been seen in the rhetorics of CM of Assam also and the PM itself. They also have appealed to the voters that you have to be very sure about your identity, security and cultural protection, and any illegal migration is presenting basically kind of threat to here. Again, he has talked about leadership of the Himanta Biswa Sarma and the role it has played. Overall, we can understand the electoral narrative that he has tried to weave around this is focused on two factors. One, by providing such a huge amount of money, he has focused on the development of the state of Assam, and at the same time he also has talked about delivering a security package to ensure that the interest of local population is upheld. Now also, if you try to understand, because if you look at the map here, this is the state of Assam, and Assam shares a long border with the Bangladesh, both from the eastern side as well as from the northern side as such. And that is why, because of many of the district of the Assam lies in the border areas, these border districts are more vulnerable to the demographic changes due to the illegal migration we have seen along the border. And this infiltration, especially in the context of the current geographical scenario, current geopolitical scenario that has unfolded in the state of Bangladesh, because we have seen a kind of anti-India government taking shape there or taking charge there, this can be considered as a big threat to the nation's security. Now we talk about social concerns also is there. There has been alleged atrocities on women and families, and many rights groups also advocate by that the rights of youth, farmers, Adivasis are something that has been compromised here. However, we also have to ensure there is adequate balance maintained between the enforcement of law, such as identification and deportation of the refugees, and the humanitarian balance as such. Also, if you try to understand to what extent the threat of the illegal immigration is being seen in Assam, so we have data from year between 1971 to 2014. 1971, because it is during this time we have seen a large scale illegal crossing from Assam to India as such. So as per the statement that has been confirmed by the CM himself in the Vidhan Sabha, he has stated that around 48,000 persons have been declared illegal immigrants or foreigners in the Assam as such. Out of that, 57% are Muslim, 43% are Hindus, and then 6% are other religions as such. Also, if you look at the overall cases that are pending in the foreign tribunals, it is the foreign tribunal which identifies the illegal immigrants and they take action on them. So almost 3.34 lakh cases have been disposed, and 97,714 cases, however, are pending in the foreign tribunal. As far as the deportation or pushback in the last year 2024 is concerned, government has stated that from Assam itself, over 450 plus Bangladeshi infiltrators have been pushed back. This is only the data from Assam. Apart from other states like West Bengal, Tripura, also we have seen the cases of infiltrators or illegal immigrants being deported back as such. Now, obviously, government, both central government and state government, has said that accuracy of data cannot be emphasized here, because illegal migrants in most cases enter in the clandestine manner by using the help of agents who know the illegal routes and hidden routes, and also they enter surreptitiously. Thus, exact figure that how many illegal immigrants are present in Bangladesh is difficult to collect. However, we have to understand that whatever the data is coming from the foreign tribunal, many experts argue that the number of or actual number of illegal immigrants must be higher than that, but also these may not be in millions as claimed many times by the political parties as such. Now, what are the recent measures that the government has taken to ensure that the illegal foreigners and migrants are identified and evicted and deported? So, obviously, in many areas, especially in the border regions of Assam, eviction drives have been carried out by the central government and the state government authority, and also in many of the areas where the illegal migrants have settled down, they have reclaimed the land. Many times these lands were forest land, tribals land, or even government lands. Those lands have been reclaimed and government has said it will be used for the developmental purposes. Second, land verification exercise has been ensured in the state of Assam, and documentary proofs are being checked that whether the person who is living in a particular parcel of land is actually the owner of the land or not. If he do not have any such kind of document, he might be considered as a illegal migrant. Third, obviously, as you know that migrants are coming through the border areas, and in many time border areas are kind of porous in nature. So to ensure the security and better management border, Government of India is also taking help of the technologies such as CCTV, drones, biometric systems and all for ID checks as well as surveillance, and also fencing is ensured in a long part of the border to ensure that there is no illegal movement. Riverine patrols has become much more active because riverine tracks, you have river system, you have Brahmaputra river system, that through which also illegal migrants used to come here. Plus coastal watches along the Bangladesh coasts have also been enhanced as such. However, there is the implementation challenges which has been accepted by the government authorities as well, that the legal processes itself is very complicated. Even if a foreigner is identified, he can put a petition in the court judiciary, and judiciary many times takes humanitarian angle for the entire case, and this humanitarian safeguard many times become difficult in deportation as such. And the example we have seen in the case of West Bengal, where a person who was deported back from West Bengal to Bangladesh has to be brought back after a habeas corpus petition was filed in the Kolkata High Court. Cross-border diplomacy also is something that we have taken into account here. There is a challenge because Bangladesh is not cooperating in this regard. They many times claim that these are not their citizens, they are not the illegal migrants who have entered from Bangladesh. So many times Bangladesh even itself do not accept these people, especially if they do not have any valid documents and such. Judicial scrutiny, possible PILs, that is public interest litigation, and obviously human rights involvement complicates this entire issue from the governmental perspective. However, obviously the continuous illegal migration and the presence of illegal migrants in the territory of India, government believes creates a challenge in ensuring social stability, because there is a risk of communal tension due to the religious composition of migrant as well, and thus there is urgent need for stakeholder dialogues where we can find a permanent solution for this entire problem. So that is all about this particular video. If you like the video, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more such content. Thank you very much.